Hello, this week in this video I will see about editing user profile and adding new users. You can edit a user profile, login user profile from here, edit profile, or just clicking on this profile it will take to profile.php. And here we'll have all these options. Previously we have seen about enabling and disabling this toolbar, that is admin toolbar. If you want to hide this toolbar in a front end for any reason, the main reason we'll hide this toolbar is if we have any top bar like for email, hotins or any message that is a fixed top bar. To testing out this top bars, we'll disable this toolbars. For other purpose we won't because we need this toolbar for regular access, going back to other pages, creating pages, content, and moving to dashboard, and from dashboard to front end. For all this purpose I'll be using this toolbar. And also if I want to disable this visual editor, if you know HTML and if you don't want to use this visual editor, you can disable the visual editor. And also syntax highlighting when editing code, if you want to disable the syntax highlighting, you can disable it also. And you have this admin color schemes. You can use different color schemes based on your taste and interest. You can use this. And if you want to enable shortcuts for comment moderation, you can enable it, and you can see the additional information from this link. And this username is fixed. Once you create a username, this cannot be changed. If you want to change a username, you have to create a new user, and you have to delete this user and assign this post to new user. That's what you can do. This username cannot be changed, and you can change the first name and last name. You can always update. I'm adding my name and I'll save it. For now it's displaying. After entering these details, I can choose the username, display my username. If I go to this blog page or other articles pages, it's showing as a WP course. The author who has published this article as a WP course, because by default it's set to username. And if I change it to my full name, you can choose anything, first name, last name, or first name, last name, first name, any combination you can choose. I'm just updating it, update profile. And if I reload this page, you should see it's my full name, just now updated. It's displaying it there. You can update based on your requirement. And it's a email ID. It's not the site ID, it's this user's email ID. You can change anytime you want this email ID, and based on this email ID it pulls a gravatar image. Here I don't have any image for this email ID. I'll update it with my other email ID. If I update this profile, it should pull this gravatar image, and we should activate this email. I have received a verification email. I'm just copying it. It's updated, and you can see my profile picture here, and you can update this email address based on your requirement. And if you have a profile image in a Gravatar website, that will be displayed here. And we'll see more about this Gravatar image in our next video, how you can set up your profile through this website. And here I have updated this profile, and you can add your website. If you are writing a guest articles in other website, you can have your own website and your information. I'm adding a little bit about myself. Here it's displaying. Some templates are display about author on each article at the end of the article, and that's based on the theme you are using. If it supports, it will be displayed. And if you want to change password, you can change password from here. By default WordPress generates a strong password. You can use this password, or you can write a new password, and it will show the strength of the password. can choose a strong password, and if it's a weak password you should confirm a weak password and you can update profile. This is about your profile, and I'm leaving this page. I'm not updating the password. I'll coming to this adding a new users. It's a simple. You should enter the username and email ID of the user and the first name, last name, and the website. This username should be based on the user, what he wants. You can provide the username, and you can select the roles. You can generate an automated password, and this password will be sent to user through email if everything is configured on your server. That means emails. If you have a problem with the emails, you can set up a SMTP service. And, these are all the information. If I'm adding my username and my email ID, just a random website, and I'm making it as a editor, add new user. I'll receive an email. Here it's added, and I'll receive an email. I have received an email about this new user registration, and while viewing this users, I'll have you can filter users based on the roles, and if you have multiple roles, you can filter based on the roles, and also you can view all the users, and we'll be having a screen options, and we can display how many number of users we want to display on a single page. We can set these numbers, and also if you want to display email address, we can display, and the role, and post, number of posts. If you are moving a user, here in this case, if I want to change this WP course user, and if I want to assign this post to this user, what I'll do is I'll log in as this user, and I'll click on delete for this user. It's not visible because I am logged in as a WP course user, that is a user ID 1. It's a first user, WP course user, and if I'm logged in as this user, I'll be able to see this delete button. If I click on this delete, it will asks for what you want to do with this content. Do you want to delete, or do you want to keep this content, or you want to assign this to a different user? You can choose assign this to this user, that is a second user ID. In this place we'll have first user because we are deleting this user, and this content will be assigned to this user. That's all about managing users in WordPress, and in next video I'll see how I can create this gravatar profile